Okay, beginning of February. Grand reveal. I'm a bit sick currently, hence why I've not cleaned off the desk, and for right now we're just gonna do this. Because I also, I have to go through my stationery and see what I even want to decorate my monthly pages with. Do I want to go the Valentine route? I don't know, because I certainly didn't with my decks for this month. At all, actually. I don't know. We'll see. But I want to see my card of the month. Yay! We got our animal of the month, which is a Dunnock, or the hedge sparrow. Not a bird I've heard of. Very excited. I don't have any cards to go with it. So I'm gonna make my own. I've done this before when we've had an animal that doesn't show up in any deck I have. I actually will go into my cottage witch oracle template and just make one and print it on cardstock. So I've got it ready. I just need to read Tegan's post so I can get a keyword to put on it, because I like having a little like visual representation, but I'm excited about it. From what I skimmed, seems like a good, I like the themes. But anyway, reveal. I'm so excited. I love opening up these envelopes. Okay, who's it gonna be? Da, 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 da. Oh my god. We got Eos with Morning Glory. I will read my own book to check, but I believe she is the embodiment of the dawn. Big slay. That would be such good energy. A lot of sun energy going on. We had Helios last month. Eos, yes, Greek goddess of the dawn. And we've got Morning Glory, which can be associated with new day, appreciation, transitions of nature. I love Morning Glories. One of my favorites. Sometimes I have trouble getting them to flower. I had one year where, not this past summer, but the one before, I got the most beautiful Morning Glories. Then every other year, so like 3 years, I've gotten these beautiful vines, no flowers. I don't know. They're a tricky one because they do believe they thrive in poor soil. So I think the issue is I plant them with things that I would add nutrients to. I get like worm castings, things like that. And so I probably just need to plant them by themselves somehow. I don't know. Besides the point. So this is who I'm spending the month with. Eos. Dawn. Lots to think about there. Very cool. Alright. I will go look through my stationery. See what the vibe is for the monthly pages. Okay, I figured it out. That actually, you wouldn't know, but that took me about 2 minutes because I remembered I got this sticker book. Strawberry shortcake. Hello, perfect. So then looking through my paper, I've got this Aiko Fukawa memo pad and red on top. That feels like it goes. And then I've got this guy. It's gonna be a vibe. Okay. But then I'm trying to decide, like, do I need more space for my new decks than this? Because, spoiler, I'm not counting them in January because these all came in either the 30th or 31st of January. Like, I don't know what happened, or it's like everything arrived at once. But I've only opened one, so that I'll include in January. But the others aren't opened, so I'm basically starting the month already with a list. And like, is that big? I think we'll be fine. Because I don't really plan, considering that while there are other decks I'm intrigued by, I've got time. I have found that with making the deck edits, there's been some, like an extra layer of intention behind my deck purchases, mostly, which is nice. Yeah, I think this is gonna be good. Only that I really liked having that book section. Only bummer is the bleed through, but considering I usually do this with the paper and such, I'm figuring I'll just be able to cover it. Because we're gonna add stickers too, of course. Oh, this is already coming out cute. Love it. Okay, so what are we gonna add? I don't know. So many things. Oh, you can't even see. Oh my goodness. Great. Oh my god, it's already so cute. Let's just take a gander at all of our choices, but I think I want the pink. Okay. A lot of strawberries. Obviously. Love is in the air would be cute. So cute. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love it. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Wait a second. Very Valentine's, isn't it? Okay, I'm sold. Let's do one of these. Hello? Sticker? There we go. Okay. It's gonna have to be good, because there it is. I like this cat. So cute. Now what? Oh, I lost my page. But maybe we could fill in with these hearts that just popped up. Because I like kind of sticking down the corners of these. Yeah, I think I like that. Gonna have to. I love these sticker books so much. I don't know what brand it is. It's Wild Brain? I don't know. But they have, I also got a Care Bear one. But they also, I saw they have Rainbow Bright. Almost got that one, but then I didn't. Because 2 at once is enough. Cute! Okay, I think that's good. Alright. Slay, love it. And I probably will just use the same, at least I'll use this for sure. Well, what's the next page? Maybe not. You've got that going on. We'll see. What's the back page? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I'll use one of these for my other notebook. Actually, what? It's right here. And yeah, I got time. Okay. Let's just see. Yes, okay. Close this guy up for now. And I've got the tarot journal. January is done. Okay. What do we think? Do I want to just use, I think I just want to use that. Because that's so cute. And I could do more stickers. Because that other, the next page in the other one didn't feel as Valentine, you know? Then let's use pink. kind of a light pink, huh? That's okay. Yeah, it's fine. Back to the stickers. Where's that pink page? I thought it was right at the beginning. Oh, it's this. Yeah, let's do... Or should I go back to the Valentine page? Let's go back to the Valentine page. Yes. Do that guy. Cute. I like this one. And some hearts. Cute! I think that looks cute. So now I'm just gonna print a picture of my EOS card. And we're all set up. That was quick, easy, and so cute. All right, great. All done. Hi, hello. We are well into the month now. Actually, we are almost at the end. And I've not checked in at all, but that's okay. Here we are, doing a check-in, because I'm in the mood to do that today. I just got in a box from Llewellyn that I am so excited about. For starters, the deck, the Witch Whispers Oracle. I just, as I'm speaking, finished filming a walkthrough of that. Really, really exciting. Well, you'll have seen the video. Well, if you choose to. The video will be there before this, so check that out if you're intrigued. But then also, a new book by Laura Tempest Zakroff, Tarot by Tempest. Very excited. It's all about kind of her take on reading tarot, and she seems to get into it in a very different way. She talks about, I've only read the intro so far, but talks about like they said numbers, elements, energies. She talks about like kind of like utilizing the numbers in a mathematical way, which I'm really interested by, but also feeling the cards like in your body kind of. So I am very interested by that, especially as someone who is currently learning to pause and be like, how does this emotion actually feel? To do that with tarot, how fun would that be? And her whole premise is like being able to read tarot. I think this would be a really cool book, especially if you are a beginner to tarot, because she kind of talks about her method doesn't require that you have all of the kind of rote meanings memorized. So it almost feels sort of like that open reading style of like, what is this showing me? What is it making me feel? But I've only read the intro, so we'll see, but pretty cool. I'm excited about that. What else did I want to talk about? Oh, my card of the month, with it, which I opened on here, being Eos, the Dawn. I've been, obviously, as intended, thinking about her all month, and what I, from doing my research, realized like, oh my goodness, I went from Helios last month to Eos this month, and they're siblings, first of all. So we have the, what is the word? Starts with a T. Titan, god of the sun. I'm always unsure with these things I'm saying. I don't know. But he, like, yeah, one of the Titans, because so he was the embodiment of the sun, and Eos is his sister, the embodiment of the dawn. So I'm finding it very interesting that I'm going from the sun to now the idea of the sun rising. So this feeling I'm getting, especially since where I landed last month with Helios, was not necessarily that my month was filled with all of these like organic, really joyful, bright moments. As I kind of said in my last wrap up, it more so felt like a reminder of the importance of finding little joys when things around you feel dark, scary, sad kind of thing. And so I'm finding it interesting that it almost felt like a setup of this idea around that, and now with Dawn it's sort of like, okay, now let's put it in motion. Those are my thoughts so far. Really very interesting. I've been using, I'll probably talk about it again. Where the heck, oh, there it is. I made a cute bag for it. The Impressionist Tarot felt like the vibe for Eos, but I have to show my bag. How cute is it? My sister dyed me this yarn special for my birthday last year. Was it last year? I think so. And I got these little charms. It's a paintbrush and then paint palette. I know. Cute. I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, because anything else I will talk about in my wrap up. But, oh, I'm thinking of, you might know by now when you're watching this if I do this or not, or maybe you'll see it, I don't know. I ordered the Cottage Magic Tarot, which came out, I think it came out last month sometime. And I was intending to wait until April, thinking like, ooh, I might use this in April, but I don't know. I wanted to see it. I really wanted to see it. Sometimes I like when they kind of are here and simmering a little bit. They're in my brain and I'm thinking about pairings and such like that, so I'm trying to think, do I just want to open it? Or do I want to do a walkthrough? I think there are, not that that totally matters to me, but I think there are already walkthroughs. If I notice, if like I get something and either like this one isn't out yet, so there really aren't walkthroughs, but if I get one that is out and I notice there's not, either there isn't that I'm seeing or not many walkthroughs, then I will try, then I really like to do one. There are a lot of walkthroughs of this. I might just open it. Should we open it now? Wait a second, let's open it now. Okay, there we go, best of both worlds. I was just kind of toying with it. I want it to be a separate video, but I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it. Oh, this is cute. Okay, already. Cute. And this is from Potter. Published, Clarkson Potter. Interesting. Okay, what really got me excited is I saw someone post a picture of it, and I saw that it's linen texture. Wait a sec, are you kidding? And oh wait, I did watch the first bit of Robin's from Robin Reflections, her video, and then I was like, no, I need to order this, which is why I stopped watching, because I like it to be a surprise. So then I'll continue. Can you, oh my god, with those backs? Yes. How do I want to even do this? This isn't practical to put a whole walkthrough in the middle of this, but like, look at the book. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, wait, okay. I'm excited. Oh, I remember why I ordered it now too. Although I kind of already did my edits. But I was gonna wait till April, and then I was like, ooh, but wait. The edit I was kind of thinking up, I was like, this could go in there. Did we do it? I don't know. But, wow. And I saw too that it's almost like a square shape. It's not square, but like, it makes me think of like Polaroid shape. I love when decks are this shape, where they are a bit wider, so they're kind of getting to that square. What else do I have that is that? I can never remember the name of it. I don't want to get up because I've got my Halloween pajama pants on. I don't remember the name of the deck. But there's a few decks that are like this. Oh, there's that fairy one that is like this shape. Oh my god, this is so cute. Are you kidding me? I wasn't sure if I wanted to get this. Look at the High Priestess. Because like, I didn't know if this art style was really for me. Interestingly, it is out of my usual. But I like this. I love her. Look at the levers. Oh my god. Okay, I won't sit here and make, that was a crazy face. So sorry, I just caught a glimpse of that. I'm just excited. I'm excited. I'm glad I got this now. Do I add it? Ooh, I'll update. If I add it to March, I'll let you know. But I don't know why in the world I ever thought something called the Cottage Magic Tarot wouldn't be for me. Silly. Silly. I'm excited. But there's a lot of good full walkthroughs. Again, I only got partially through Robin's Reflections, but I'm gonna go back and watch it now. Ooh, maybe I'll do it. That would be fun if I bring it back and then start it over so that I can walk through it with her. But there's quite a few others, but I do. Did someone trim it? Oh my gosh, wait. The Starlight Witch here on YouTube? I think she trimmed it. That's cool. Okay, so check those out if you're interested. I'm going to, right now. Okay. We are here with my messy desk because we are rethinking both deck edits. Ooh. I think this is actually the first time I'm doing this, but this is kind of why I like to do it towards the middle of the month, because it gives me a little bit to think, but then also it's a little bit due from other decks coming in. Like, I got a prototype copy of the latest from Three Trees Tarot, The Winding. I have a full walkthrough up if you're interested, and I tried pairing it with, what did I call these edits? Actually, wait, I can know this. I actually wrote it in this time. We've got the Tea Party and the Coming of Spring. This I tried with the oracles I had in that Coming of Spring edit, and they all went really well. But then also I tried it with, what's it called? What is this oracle? Their oracle, Thistledown. And that also looked really good. So I think I definitely am going to have this one replace the Scorpio Sea Tarot. As much as I wanted to use that in March, I think this actually ends up going better. And so then the question is, where do I want to slot in Thistledown? Do I want it to replace one of the tarots or one of the oracles, or do I just sort of like add it? My instinct is to have it replace this, which is the Notice Oracle, but I really thought it was gonna give really cool readings. I guess my question now is, How would... I didn't test out this. How does this look if I do this kind of situation with this deck? That looks good too. Oh no. Okay. The other thing, I guess, is that we don't have to add in Thistledown. It just went so well. Well, but does it go with the other decks? This is the question. Let's get everything laid out again. Yes. Good idea. This looked so good together. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I tried these out yesterday. We know those looked good. Let's put Thistledown. In the middle and put those two other tarots on either side. So we've got the little bird. And the pressed flower. And let's see how we feel about that. Oh, I think it looks good. I think it looks really good. Oh, this is upside down now. What do we think? I think Thistledown. Well, this actually is a pair I really like. Okay, this is feeling... This is indeed feeling better. This feels more on theme. Adding in these two Three Trees Tarot decks. Yeah, I'm feeling good about that. Oh, but I did really want the Notice Oracle in there. Okay, here's what I want to see is if I have the Notice Oracle in there, just to like almost like layer on top of these, I want to see what that looks like. So I'm gonna just redistribute this, and before we get to the other edit, I'm gonna play. Okay, so here's the question, is do I kind of challenge myself a little bit to do some bigger spreads for my readings? So if we've got that, what does it look like if we layer the Notice Oracle with that somehow? I don't think I want piles. I want like, this is a mess, so sorry. Real life look at how this goes if I'm not filming it. And then we did like, what do we think of that? That could be kind of, actually, that's interesting, isn't it? Especially that the nature of this oracle where you get these keywords, it almost could function as a clarifier in a way. Curious, does this still look good if we did like this? Oh. Ooh. Okay, wait, I do really actually like how that looks, especially with the black and white in the middle. Okay. So that, let's just try a different pair just to see. does that continue to work? Let's do this. I really liked the one on top of the other with the Notice Oracle when I originally did this. Oh, okay. I think that's gonna be what we're gonna have to do. Is the Notice Oracle is gonna be kind of like a, I don't know, an add-on. One more. Isn't it funny how I already kind of start naturally splitting these up? This definitely feels more like an edit where I'm really gonna mix and match. Last month just happened where it kind of broke up off into very distinct pairs. This feels more like a mix and match situation. But I think that actually really works for all of this. Okay, that's decided. So we're gonna technically have a 7-deck edit. Cool. I think this will be really exciting, and it's gonna really switch up how I do my readings, which I like. I like the idea of that. Love. Okay, so we only had to say goodbye to the Scorpio Sea for the month. Not mad about that. I think it's, honestly, I think it went, but I feel like I was kind of trying to force it, which is okay. If I want to use a deck, I can do that. But I think this feels more exciting. Okay, so I'm gonna put this all away. I gotta find a bag to put that in. And we will look at the other edit. Okay. On to the, what I call it, tea party? Yes, the tea party edit. So here's what I got. The Cottage Magic Tarot. Actually, I already talked about this on here, so I want to use it. I don't even, you know what, but I don't even know if it goes. That's really the question of the day. And if it doesn't, that's okay. I can use it in April. Because actually, ooh, you know what? The other deck I really did want to use this month, but just didn't pan out in this edit, is that Becca Stadlander Tarot. And I actually think these would go together kind of well. Ooh, yeah, wait, like very similar art style. Okay, so, if it doesn't work in this edit, that might be kind of the thing for April. That does give a very April vibe. I was originally thinking of getting the Cottage Magic to use in April, and then I just got it earlier. So let's just see. Let's just see, because actually in this edit I do only have 2 tarots, and I want to use the both of them. So let's see how this even pairs with the oracles I've got out. Step number 1. Because this one I've not played with. We've got the Tea Time Oracle. That definitely works. Okay. I think there is one oracle it won't really work with. But let's see it with Cottage Witch. I think that's, well, I don't know. I don't think I like that as much. It's the art styles are too different. Okay. I don't actually think I'm going to be able to slot this in the way I thought. Because I really don't think it's going to go with Pear Tree Court. And I've got Coastal Curiosities here, but I don't think... Oh, well, actually, that's okay. That does work. I think, though, the best choice here would be, I do actually like those together. As much as I really want to use this, I think we save it for, oh, that's good. Okay, I do like this pairing. Okay, hold on. There is the option of replacing Pear Tree Court with this, but I don't really know if I want to do that. I don't think I want to do that, because I don't think this tarot actually really meshes with the other tarots, which isn't the most important, but since this month it really, like, things really kind of paired off very individually, I wanted to mix and match more. What do we think? But I think we can save this. I think we can save this for April, because I really did like how that looked with the Becca Stadlander, and I think where this one's going to pair super well is with some of my flower oracles, which I generally don't bring out until April because I don't want to drive myself insane. Given that the last frost date around here is like practically mid-May, so even bringing them out in April is driving me crazy, but at least we get some flowers then. There's still snow on the ground. Yeah, okay. Okay, I think that's decided. So we're gonna actually leave the tea party one alone. Slay. Love. I'm so excited. It's the 26th, so I've got 2 days. 2 days and I can pull these out. Yay. Okay, it's time to wrap up the month. Where do we want to begin? We've already talked about my card of the month, Eos, with Morning Glory, and my thoughts still stand of just feeling like things coming on the horizon, getting things started. That's kind of been the, like, fresh start almost has been the theme of this month. It's been good. It's been good. Following Helios, so cool. It's been quite some time since I have gotten into my reading of the month. I'm going to tell you what I read. Let me know if this is of interest. For no rhyme and reason, I think I just kind of forgot. But I am still reading quite a bit, so I can share that if that's of interest. Let's get into it. I finished 6 books this month. First one being A Tale of Plagues and Perfumes. This is a middle grade. I'm realizing I've read 2 books that kind of have like a plague theme to them. Interesting. A middle grade book about a little girl who has an enhanced sense of smell. It's kind of her personal magic, and what happens when a plague kind of hits the town she lives in. Very good. I gave that one 5 stars. Next up, we'll do this speed round. Next up, I read the first in the Guild Mage series called Apprentice. Now this is written by a coworker of mine's son-in-law. And so I can be kind of wary when being presented with like a book where someone like really knows the, you know what I mean? Like the whole like self-published kind of thing. I can be wary. However, this is not self-published. He does have a publisher. And wow, was this book so good. Such incredible writing. So it is the Guild Mage series by David Niemitz. First one is called Apprentice, as I said. If you are looking for that high fantasy kind of feel that I feel like was popular for years ago, but now like we are kind of entrenched in the like cozy fantasy romantasy era, if you are a high fantasy kind of reader, this is one I really think you would like. Because it was very high fantasy. There was not like a romance theme at all in this. We follow the life of... Oh, I'm so bad at like giving details without feeling like I'm giving anything away. We follow the life of this one girl though, and Apprentice, it's like we really are just getting taken through her childhood and teen years. And so there's 4 books, and so we're kind of, it's this longer journey through her lifetime, but do not mistake that as it being slow. It is not. I was so surprised by just like how much happened, but again, how seamlessly, like, it just was so well written. So well written. And I'm not usually a high fantasy kind of person because I can find very intense world building to be slow for me. This was not. Not even a little bit. Highly recommend. You know what? I'm gonna start listing the books in the description as well because I really want to link to this. It is one that is available for purchase, but if you are someone who has Kindle Unlimited, I do believe it is available on there. So, just to say that, so good. So I've been on my method has been, I've been going back and forth between an adult book and a middle grade book. So then my next book is another middle grade. It is called Inkbound, Meticulous Jones and the Skull Tattoo. And this was a story where at 10 years old, everybody goes to get this magical tattoo and it reveals your fate. And our main character, Meticulous Jones, gets kind of a scary looking one that everyone assumes means she is going to murder someone eventually. And then all of a sudden her dad disappears. So then we follow her along, kind of trying to unravel this mystery with her aunt, finding out the truths about her fate. Very cool. It's very cool. Next, an adult book. This is an upcoming release. This comes out, I believe, in the middle of March. It is called The Somewhat Wicked Witch of Brigandale by C.M. Waggoner. So good. This one, I gave this one 4 stars. It's a shorter, like, it might be like 200 something pages, quicker read. To me, this felt like, this is in the cozy fantasy category. It felt like if you took, what's it called? Monty Python and the Holy Grail, but made the character a middle-aged witch who is very smart, but the men around her are still not super intelligent, as in Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It's so good. It basically gives this like medieval fantasy telling of like the origins of democracy, basically. Like moving from a monarchy to democracy. It was so funny, so good. I loved the main character so much. Totally recommend. So then my next middle grade book was, I didn't put it in my journal yet, Aggie Morton and the Body Under the Piano. This is a series, the Aggie Morton series is a retelling of Agatha Christie novels, but makes it as if she was a child solving mysteries. And so she is joined by, I'm forgetting her friend's name, but it's supposed to be this play on her, Agatha Christie's most famous character, Hercule Poirot, I think is how you say it. And so we've got these 2 characters that are supposed to be the child version of Agatha Christie and the child version of Hercule Poirot solving mysteries, and it was really so good. So good. I didn't even guess at the resolution before it came. Very good. last but not least, I read Between Two Fires by Christopher something with a B. This is the other plague story. Oh, so good. I feel like I need to actually read a description of this one if you haven't heard of it. I was blown away by this one. I gave it 4.5 stars. The year is 1348. Thomas, a disgraced knight, has found a young girl alone in a dead Norman village. An orphan of the Black Death and an almost unnerving picture of innocence, she tells Thomas that plague is only part of a larger cataclysm, that the fallen angels under Lucifer are rising in a second war on heaven, and that the world of men has fallen behind the lines of conflict. Is it delirium or is it faith? She believes she has seen the angels of gods. She believes the righteous dead speak to her in dreams, and she has convinced the faithless Thomas to shepherd her across a depraved landscape in Avignon. So it is basically, we have this, again, like, middle-aged, disgraced knight journeying across France with this young girl who really, like they said, is the picture of innocence. And the story is so, it's one of those where it is very biblical, like playing on those themes, but it's kind of reimagining the Black Death as if it occurred because God disappeared, just went away. And so because he was gone, these devils were able to kind of take over the earth, and they go on this mission to combat that. And it's so interesting. And I think, as someone who sees the Bible as mythology, we'll word it that way, I found this to be very, very, very good. And really interesting, because it brings up this idea of good and bad, but also there's this big theme of forgiveness. And again, the whole time I was thinking this thing of like, well, why? Like, it brings up the question of like, well, this God just disappeared. Why? What's that about? So good. Totally recommend. And yeah, okay, so that was my reading of the month. Again, let me know, do you want me to continue that? I can. Anyway, moving on. Let's get to the random favorites. We'll start off with, I have gotten back into 2 video games, Animal Crossing and Disney Dreamlight Valley. Very heavily back into those. Animal Crossing because of the update we recently got, and Disney Dreamlight Valley just cause. I don't know. Just was thinking about it, and it's so fun. Both of those games are so much fun. Next, a hair product. This is new from OGX. It is the Smooth Emulsion and Argan Oil Conditioning Mist. Now, I don't know if anyone else remembers. I remember this heavily from my preteen and teen years. The OGX argan oil, like in the yellow, it's the yellow oil in that like little flip top bottle. Over the years, I've probably purchased at least 3 times, used it as a teenager, but every single time I find that it is way too thick for my hair. I have a lot of thin hair. That is the texture we're working with. So I need something that really does condition it, but doesn't weigh it down. And that argan oil always has. But I always try it. And so when I saw this, I was like, I don't know. Like, the argan oil usually does me dirty. But I was like, okay, but it's a mist. And I had the Bond Repair one in this bottle. That was the first thing they came out with that I liked. It didn't do a ton, though, to make my hair feel not frizzy and dry. Like, my hair still felt dry. So I was like, all right, let's give it a go. And oh my gosh. If you have dry, frizzy, but like fine hair strands, this is it. This is it. It does what I wanted the argan oil to do, but it makes it lightweight, so it does not weigh my hair down at all. To tell you my hair hasn't felt even a little bit dry or a little bit frizzy since I started using this. I love it so much. This is the first hair product in a long time where I was like, oh my gosh, this like does 100% of what I wanted to do. I feel like I'll find things I really like, but there's still like something that's feeling off about my hair. Not with this. Magical. So there's that. Last random favorite is some new nail polish, but just in general, I have gotten into magnetic nail polish this month. So fun. Me and a friend of mine has spent quite some time on the Lacqueristas Reddit finding tips and tricks for magnetics, and then also brands to try, because I had some Mooncats, which I do like, but the brand I'm really enjoying I'm sure their nail polish in general is great, but I've only tried their magnetics, is the brand Emily de Mali. I bought 3 of their shades. All of them are gorgeous. They're not even going to show up super pretty on here because the magic is in the magnetization, but so good. My nails are a great example now, but I have on, this is called, hello? Dark Bloom, and look at, now this is a week in, and I'm rough with my nails. I try to be so good. But alas, when I'm doing crafts, picking up books all day, they get chipped, but I didn't get these chips in my nails until Thursday, and I painted them Sunday. That is good for me. So it lasted really well. They're gorgeous. They're just so pretty, and I love them. And I guess the other favorite I could say is from that Lacqueristas Reddit I discovered, because I kept doing the magnet and then putting on just whatever top coat I had, and it would mess up the magnetization. And so the lovely people on there, it still kind of bleeds, but I still get that effect. I did like the cat eye thing. So good. Everyone said to get specifically the Sally Hansen Insta Dry. So you wait like 10-15 minutes once you've got it on your nails, and then take like a glob of this and put it on. And yes, they were right, as always. However, make sure, because I read Sally Hansen Insta Dry and got, I don't know where I put it, the clear bottle I always see. It turns out that is regular nail polish. Because I was like, what the heck, this isn't working. Went back to the Reddit, and they were like, did you get the clear bottle? You gotta get the red bottle that is like actually top coat. Who knew? Because I've bought that Sally Hansen like clear, what turns out to be just clear nail polish. That is another one I know I bought when I was younger. Just thinking it was top coat. It's not. So this is the bottle. Good stuff. Is that it for my random favorites? Yes. Do I have any favorite moments from the month? I don't know. We got a lot of snow this month, guys. I did get a snow day though, so I'm pleased about that. At the library, we do get snow days sometimes where the library, if the schools close, the libraries will close, but the snow kept happening on the weekend. So finally, this past week, I got a snow day, so I can't complain about that. But otherwise, it's been a pretty relaxed month. I think that's it. All right. Let's turn the camera around and look at the deck favorites. Okay, time to get into the deck favorites of the month. Let's start out real quick with 2 decks that were in use that did not change from last month. And that would be, 1, my Wisdom from the Woods practice. This is a new book from Buehlman where there is a story every week, a little short story relating to nature and kind of to get you pondering about the lessons we can learn from nature. And so with that, there's always like either there is a direct question from the story, or there's just one that pops in my brain when I'm done reading the story, and I do a reading off of that every week, and I have still been going strong with the Whimsical Goddess Tarot in that practice. So that has remained the same. The other thing that has remained the same from last month is I've still been going with the Marseilles study. Not necessarily, I can't say I've been doing a reading every day, but at least like twice a week. And I've been using the Brigh, oh my voice, Tarot de Marseille, it says 2020 edition, I don't know. It's good. It's good as long as you're not looking for a deck where the guidebook that comes with it is useful. It's not. But since I have been kind of pulling cards and reading from the Bendov book, it's been good. So these have been the same, so we won't spend too long on those. Then we'll start with what I used for certain practices, or other practices that are different. So, where do I want to begin? My deity of the month, as I said earlier, somewhere in this video, was Eos. And I think I already mentioned the deck I used for that is the Impressionist Tarot, and I have really loved this. I ended up doing maybe like 3 readings this month directly with that goddess, and I don't know, something about this felt like dawn energy to me, and it really read well. I did, for one of the readings, pair this with the, what's it called? Oh, which I'm realizing, where did I put that deck? And what is it called? The Death Doula. Where did I put it? Alright, I'm realizing, sidebar, I started my deck collection series, and I have a few, I have 1 video post so far, and clearly I didn't organize myself beforehand because I left out like at least 3 decks, I'm realizing. Because I definitely didn't show Death Doula in that. I might just put it at the beginning of the next one. But I paired this with Death Doula, surprisingly a good pair. It just felt like the thing to do for Eos, I don't know. But yeah, really enjoyed using this with her this month. It's been fun. That I started, like, just the idea came to me last month, and then I was like, oh, well, the deck I used for Helios is not gonna work for Eos, so now I think I'm gonna be on a thing of choosing a deck to go with each deity, which has been really fun and just another way to kind of, I don't know, add a layer. Okay, so next practice is Don Michel's Vivre practice. It is, what is it generally called? The Monthly Muse. So the focus of this month's Monthly Muse was the idea of devotion. And so, again, I started last month, my muse was Elmo, love him. Got me on the idea of wanting to kind of utilize my, just the cartoon characters I really, really love, because cartoons are just, I don't know, they're important to me, and they always have been important to me, and so I'm trying to get my figure. He's hooked on my bag. But my muse this month was Steven from Steven Universe. So of course the deck I had to use is the Future Vision Gem Tarot. This is on GameCrafter. I'll have it linked below, but it is a fan-made deck, I guess you could say. And so the art style does not match Steven Universe. I do have the, I want to say more so question mark officially licensed, I don't know, Majors Only, that really matches the art style of Steven Universe, but with this we get a whole tarot, and I do really like it, so I loved using this month. It's been fun so far to use my, I really am on this idea of using my fandom decks, so I'm excited about that. But yes, as soon as I saw that keyword devotion, I knew I had to bring out Stephen, because I feel like he is just such a pinnacle of devotion. He is always doing things to make the people he loves smile and bring positivity and protect them. Just a pinnacle of goodness. One of those kinds of characters. So I really loved using this month for the monthly muse practice with Dawn Michelle. Okay, and right, I think there's just one more practice to get into. Yes, last but not least, the Lionhearts Challenge I do with Andy, where we've got 6 deck pairings, we roll dice, all that. So, my favorite pairing that Andy hasn't done our wrap-up yet. She keeps track of all our numbers and stuff, but I am pretty certain this probably came up the most, and it just happened to also be my favorite. This pairing, which I don't know that I really ever would have tried together, is the Celtic Spirit Oracle with the Magical Creatures Tarot. So this month's theme for Lion's Hearts, I forget what it was called, but it felt very Brigid themed for February, which made me want to bring out this Celtic deck, but I'm so glad I thought to pair it with the Magical Creatures, because I haven't used my Northern Animal decks in quite some time, which is very unusual for me. And it just felt so good to kind of jump into this artwork and that world again, and I was so pleasantly surprised with just how well these paired. They read beautifully together. The Celtic Spirit Oracle, I will say, like, while I love this pair and I loved my time with it this month, it's one that I feel kind of consistently on the fence about. I really like the artwork, I like the cards, I like the keywords, but the guidebook itself feels like this is my favorite. I love her. I don't love the guidebook, I guess we'll say that. However, I discovered that really if I just sort of skip to the last paragraph that kind of gets to the point, I'm okay with that. And then also, again, you've got 3 keywords on here, so could just be one that maybe I try using without the guidebook at all, see what happens. But yes, ultimately, I really loved. They came up like days and days in a row, and I wasn't mad about it. I loved them together. So that is the Celtic Spirit Oracle and the Magical Creatures Tarot. Now, let's get into my favorites from my edits, just for my general daily readings. Let's start with my, I know I had like a circus-themed one. I don't remember the other one, but I know my aim was very colorful. So for my very colorful edit, my favorite pairing, honestly, with both of these favorites I'm picking, I'm not going to say by far, because both edits, it was like I knew which one to pick, but there was a close second. But my favorite, I really have to say, was the Narrative Alchemy Tarot with the Craft Felt Tarot. And now shout out to Erin and Jay, who do Two of Mom's Tarot. They did a week with the Narrative Alchemy, and I had I don't really know where I had put this deck. I put this deck somewhere odd, and it was out of sight, out of mind. I would bet you for at least a year, if not more. I just kind of forgot about it. And then they did the week with it, and I watched the video, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to bring that out. And it actually did kind of inspire me wanting to spend February with a lot of color, which I will say, such a move for February. I'm going to try and remember it for next year, because I think we all know, if you live somewhere that gets real wintry, like I do here on the Northeast, by February, over it. And I love the snow, I love winter, but oh my gosh, I need to see grass, you know? And so in December and January, it's like I'm using all my winter decks. It's really out of my system by then. I just don't want it. And so then it's too soon to get into anything like spring-like. So going for my fun, colorful decks really did the trick for just lifting my spirits, helping with that seasonal depression just a little. I loved it. I'm really gonna try and remember that for next year too. But I love how these paired together. The way the colors just came together, made different things pop. The juxtaposition of just the simple word on a card with this very detailed felt artwork. It felt very dynamic. And again, like how the colors are complementing each other, so good. I love it. It worked whether the colors matched, whether they, what is that called? Complementary colors? It always worked. Every time. I just really loved these two together. And I really love too, because I've got the Narrative Alchemy guidebook, which is so good. And this is by Chrissy Bentley here on YouTube, by the way. And so I really got into the guidebook over here, and then kind of being able to read this, which I use this as an oracle, even though it is technically a tarot. But, yes, so I would read the guidebook for this, and then to kind of go into the simple, I say simple purely because of the shortness of it, but very, very well written haikus that make up the guidebook of the Craft Felt Tarot. So good. It was a great, great reading experience. I loved these together so much. So, that is the Narrative Alchemy and the Craft Felt Tarot. Okay. And last but not least, from my circusy themed edit, my favorite is the duo that actually really kind of launched that edit in the first place. It's the Pixiekins Daily Inspiration deck with the Joie de Vivre. Of course these go together. They're both by Paulina Fay, I think is what she goes by now. Which is funny because I really usually don't pair oracles done by or decks done by the same artist. I just don't usually like to do that. But these they work so well. They really do. And I think it's because we get just like the simple figure on this card with a lot of that white space, but really like off-white, with the very detailed tarot. They just worked so well together, and I really love how with each deck it focuses on these characters. So the oracle, that is the whole thing. It's these characters with a simple kind of affirmation statement. But then the tarot also gives you specific character or characters, and then gets into the tarot message. It was so fun. It felt like having these little friends. I really loved using these together. I saw that there is a new oracle coming out from her. It's on US Games for pre-order. I'm excited. These are the first Paulina Cassidy decks I believe I've had. No, I had the Witchlings, which I think I rehomed years ago. But for the longest time, her art style just wasn't my thing. And now I'm looking at this being like, why? Like, why? What was I thinking? This is so cute. So cute and weird at the same time. I love it so much. This feels so up my alley, but that's okay. We can enjoy each other's company now. I loved using these. They just were so fun. Truly. So, the Pixiekins Daily Affirmation deck with Joie de vivre. Alright, my friends. And that is all I have to share with you today. So I'd love to know what your favorites were for the month, whether it's decks, things you did. I love hearing. It's my favorite thing. That's one of my favorites. Reading comments. But other than that, I hope you're having a great day so far. And I'll see you again very soon.